Reflection, pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Minority preference.
Here we have roll call again.
Mrs. Cynthia, Mrs. King,
Here.
Mr. O'Brien,
Here.
Mr. Schuler,
Here.
Mr. Tinkin,
Here.
Mr. Vorbach,
Here.
Mayor Mechanico.
Here. Please read the Open Public Meeting Act.
Pursuant to the requirements of New Jersey's Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this meeting was included in the annual meeting notice filed in the office of the Borough Clerk, posted on the Borough website in the municipal building, published as a legal notice in the CoStar newspaper, and mailed to those requesting notice and providing payment in accordance with Borough policy.
Thank you. I need a motion to approve the agenda with one addition, resolution R 2014-203.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
Any questions on the agenda? Roll call, Jay?
Mrs. King,
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien,
Yes.
Mr. Schuler,
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin,
Yes.
Mr. Vorbach.
Yes.
Thank you. We do have minutes. I don't know if anybody had a chance to look at it. You want to vote on these, or want to just hold off till? Want to vote? Okay. I need a motion to, and a second for the minutes for November 10th, 2014. That would be the public and the executive.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any questions?
Mayor, just for the record, should be noted that for November 10, Councilwoman Cynthia and Councilman O'Brien were absent.
Okay, thank you. Roll call, Jay?
Mrs. King,
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien,
Abstain.
Mr. Schuler,
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin,
Yes.
Mr. Vorbach.
Yes.
Thank you. I need a motion and a second for December 8th, 2014, regular meeting and executive session.
Make that motion.
I'll second it.
Do we have any questions? Any notes, Jay?
Just that Councilwoman Cynthia was absent for that meeting.
Okay, thank you. Roll call, please.
Mrs. King,
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien,
Yes.
Mr. Schuler,
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin,
Yes.
Mr. Vorbach.
Yes.
And one more, need a motion and a second for November 24th, regular meeting and also the executive session.
And again, Mayor, Councilwoman Cynthia and Mr. Vorbach were absent
Thank you.
well, Mr. Vorbach was absent for the executive session, but was in attendance for the regular.
Okay.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any questions? Roll call, Jay. Oh, I'm sorry.
So if I'm here for, are we voting on the executive session or both?
Well, they're kind of all as one, so I don't know that your vote is necessary, but...
All right, I'll
I'll
abstain
defer.
in this case.
Roll call, Jay.
Mrs. King,
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien,
Yes.
Mr. Schuler,
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin,
Yes.
Mr. Vorbach.
Abstain.
Thank you. No presentations at this time, no scheduled public hearing. We'll move right to the public comment. If you would like to speak on any agenda item, just step forward, give your name and address on any agenda item. Seeing no hands, need a motion to close the public section.
I'll make that motion.
You have a second?
Yeah, I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nothing to discuss tonight, unless someone else has something on their mind.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Tom. Merry Christmas. We'll move to reports. Mr. O'Brien?
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Thank
That's all I got for tonight.
Thank you. Mr. Schuler?
Nothing to report.
Mrs. King?
Just Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you. And Tom?
Well, I already said Merry Christmas, so I'll say Happy New Year.
And Mr. King?
Likewise, happy holidays to everybody.
Yeah. Same, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everybody. I don't know, for the reports, we have the police department report, the municipal report, and the South Lawrence Regional Authority. I don't believe everyone have a chance to look at those. No ordinance introductions at this time. We do have a few resolutions. We'll go through the list. Resolution R 2014-196. Yes, Jay?
Oh, no, I just called.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That didn't mean anything.
I thought you were interrupting me. It's a new year, it's a new year, Jay. We gotta end this one on a joke.
This is like an auction, if you move it.
I recall reorganization being quite humorous.
Yeah. Resolution R 2014-196. Need a motion and a second.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
Any questions? Now roll call, Jay.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Vorback?
Yes.
Thank you.
Resolution R 2014-197, establishing the 2015 reorganization date, which will be Thursday, January 1st at noon. Need a motion and a second.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any questions?
Just for the record, I was shooting for 6 o'clock in the morning, but it was overruled.
Okay, so
You wanted jokes.
Were you serving breakfast? Were you serving breakfast?
roll call, Jay.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Vorback?
Yes.
Okay, resolution R 2014-198, authorizing share service with Spring Lake for the shared water operating services. Need a motion and a second.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Do we have any questions? Roll call, Jay.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Vorback?
No.
Thank you. Resolution R 2014-200, executing the shared service for the SCAT services.
Actually, Mayor, I think you skipped over 199.
Skip one?
The 911.
one.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
Which is
19, I'm sorry, resolution 2014-199, execution of the shared service with the public safety answering service. Need a motion and a second.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
Any questions? Roll call, Jay?
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Vorback?
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution 2014-200, this would be the SCAT services. Need a motion and a second.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, Jay?
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Vorback?
Yes.
Resolution R 2014-201, approving the payment for the itemized claims on December 19th, 2014 bill list.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any questions? A roll call, Jay?
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Vorback?
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution R 2014-202, authorizing cancellation of grant receivable kept from the general capital fund. The motion and a second.
Make that motion.
What is this, Jay?
This is really what I would call a housekeeping matter. In 20, let me just make sure I have the right reference, I believe it's 2012, we had a grant, a CDBG, Community Development Block Grant, for improvements to the park. Whatever the allocation had been, we did not spend all of it because we went out to bid, and as a result, we have a balance that is showing up on our financial statement that indicates there's a receivable due to us from the county. But since the project is closed, we're not spending those funds, so we're canceling the authorization and canceling the receivable because we're not getting any more from the county.
On time and under budget.
And they don't let you, I mean, if you don't, basically you can't transfer it to somewhere
That's
else.
correct.
So we can't even have access to it whether we want to or not.
That's correct. These funds go back into the CDBG pool and will be reallocated in another cycle.
Hopefully back to us.
Yes.
It's our community center.
Okay. All right, Jay. Roll call, Jay, please.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Vorback?
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution R 2014-203, authorizing salary increase. Motion and a second.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
Any questions?
And Mayor, just for the record, this is to establish the, set the salary for Registrar of Vital Statistics and Deputy Registrar within the salary ranges that have been previously authorized by ordinance.
Okay, thank you. Anything else? Roll call, Jay.
Mrs. King?
Yes.
Mr. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mr. Schuler?
Yes.
Mr. Tinkin?
Yes.
Mr. Vorback?
Yes.
At this point in the meeting, we have a public comment section again, where you may speak on any item. Just step forward and give your name and address.
Peter Murphy, Emergency Management. I'm once again making a statement again about the Monmouth County Multi-Jurisdictional Hazard Mitigation Plan update that the Monmouth County 53 municipalities have been participating in. This notice is posted in the Borough Hall on our website and link. And I urge all residents to log on and to visit the county website and check out the updated plan that's up there now. If any questions, we can try, if we can, try to answer if we would. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rita. Anyone else? Yes.
I just would like to let everyone here know that Joe May, who was our DPW superintendent and also our borough engineer, lost his father on December the 19th. And I would just like everyone to keep him and his family in their prayers. This is quite a difficult time for Joe because he has both of his parents. His father had cancer and passed away, and his mother has cancer and is very gravely ill. So I just want everyone to know that keep him in your prayers through this very difficult time and coming into the holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I just need a motion to close the public comment section.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Before we adjourn, I'd just like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we will be having our reorg on January 1st.
12 minutes.
12, not 6 a.m. 12 minutes.
Not 12 a.m., not right after.
Hope to see everybody here.
We could, we need a couple last night.
And I would like to thank my council members for all they've done this year, for your work you put forward. I know Chris did a great job on the record. Thank you. I'm glad to have you back to it. I know you weren't doing well.
Thank you
You
very
look
much.
pretty healthy now.
I'm feeling a lot better.
And Sarah, I want to thank you for all your work you've done on council. Jim, I want to thank you as well, and for the finance committee. I also want to thank you for the
Thank you, Mayor.
job well done. And Mr. Delaney.
Thank you, Mayor.
He does nothing.
While we're thanking people, I would certainly also like to publicly express my thanks to all borough employees. This is a team effort. There are a lot of people here, a lot of good people that work very hard every day through the year to provide the services to the residents of this community. And I'm looking forward to another year.
I was just kidding, thank you. You do great.
Hear, hear,
You do
as
great.
the Irish would say, hear, hear.
You do great. If anyone would like to say anything, please go ahead before I adjourn. Seeing no hands, I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
More than 12 minutes. 12 minutes.
I've been waiting for you.